There was a 3DS Direct, and it honestly wasn't really that impressive. But regardless, Chris Johnson has joined me to discuss it. My name is Nothing Just Go, and this is NVG Discussion. So Chris, with the 3DS Direct today, before we get into the nitty-gritty of what exactly everything was we want to talk about, what was your overall impressions with the whole thing?
Overall, I think I liked it. There was a lot of, as you said, we'll get into it, but there's a lot of stuff that I just didn't. I would have cared for if I didn't have a Wii U, but most of it just didn't interest me.
Yeah, actually, same here. Like, I realized it. Like, out of all like the games that they showed in this Direct, the only one I'm getting is Sun and Moon. The rest I don't really have any interest with. But again, we'll get into like the specifics later on. So let's start off with Sun and Moon, which is the one game I am getting. They didn't talk too much about it today, but they did reveal Alolan Rattata and some new information of Z moves. Before we get into the Z moves, what did you think of Alolan Rattata?
I liked him, and I was looking at the description for him, and his description mentions Alolan Raticate. So
yeah,
that's nice to know that's basically confirmed. But I know I like.
Well, it was kind of a given anyway.
I like the backstory behind the whole backstory. I think that's real interesting. So I don't know. I think that could be interesting.
The backstory is better than Raichu's, which is just no one knows why this thing exists. So I'm glad they actually. It reminds me of another Pokemon where like they're brought in to scare. What's the backstory again? Like they're brought in to scare something off or something.
Young Goose was brought into the region because the Rattata population had gotten so big. They brought in Young Goose to minimize that.
I do like how there's like a lore to like all this stuff. Like every Pokemon's getting a backstory and a bunch of them are connected. I do like Alolan Rattata, and I don't at the same time. I do because I always felt Rattata and Raticate should be Dark type because they have that Dark type spunk to them. But on the other hand, I'm finding it kind of just a recolor of Rattata. It's like, okay, let's just take Rattata and make it black instead of purple. It just felt like that. But I guess that's most of the Alolan forms where they just recolor it.
Alolan Rattata does have a mustache.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. And mustaches make everything better. Wait, is that a mustache or are those whiskers?
Yeah, it could be either.
Yeah, that's kind of funny actually. Like they made the whiskers a mustache. Anyway, we're getting off. Well, not really off topic. Anyway, so its typing is kind of weird to me because it's like again like it makes sense that it's dark normal and we haven't had that before. But in terms of like competitiveness, it's kind of bad because it's 4 times weak to fighting and the normal type doesn't really bring anything new to the table. So, like, it's kind of a bit, like, bad in my opinion. I don't think I can see anything useful for that normal type. It just feels like baggage to me.
But, I mean, if we're talking about competitive, Raticate's never been big competitively anyway.
Yeah, that's true, I guess, but still. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. I guess it just...
I mean, Stab Sucker Punch isn't bad.
Yeah. But I'm saying the normal type is the baggage, not the dark type.
Maybe a little.
Yeah.
Really.
Okay, so the Z moves were kind of confusing to me before. Now they're even more confusing because now we don't just have type exclusive Z crystals, but we have Pokemon exclusive Z crystals. I'm not quite sure how that works. Like, I guess like the typing is gonna be determined by the Pokemon. Like, for example, like, Snorlax's Z-Crystal will be normal type and Raichu's will be electric type. I don't know, the whole thing is kind of confusing to me, and I hope we get some clarifications on how exactly these Z-Crystals are working.
I think it depends on the Pokemon. Is it okay if I start talking specifics?
Yeah, go for it.
With these?
Go for it.
Like, Raichu, or I guess maybe it's just Alolan Raichu, it has the exclusive Z Crystal Stoke Spark Surfer.
Yeah?
And it's an electric type.
Is it electric type?
That's what it says on the therapy.
Oh, right. Okay, go on.
And Snorlax's pulverizing pancake. That's it's normal typed.
Okay.
So I think it's gonna take the primary typing. Like if it's specific to that Pokemon, it'll probably be their primary typing.
Okay, got it. I see. So yeah, like the Z Crystal for the Pokemon are going to be based, like they're gonna have a designated typing, unlike the Z Crystals. Wait, no, the Z Crystals do have a designated typing, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Right. Anyway, yeah, like I wonder how many more Pokemon are gonna get these exclusive Z Crystals. Do you think it'll be like 30 or 40? Do you think it'll be like 10 or 15? Maybe even less?
I think there would be a decent amount, maybe like 15 to 20.
So like there's probably gonna be a lot of Z moves, because like there's gonna be like a Z move for every type, and there's also gonna be a bunch of Pokemon Z moves. Sounds good to me, actually.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we'll get like a lot of legendary Z moves, because a lot like legendaries like to have exclusive attacks.
Yeah. I think this is interesting. I was kind of bored with the Z crystals because I thought there was only going to be one for each typing.
Yeah, but they've added a lot more to it.
But making it specific to certain Pokemon really could be interesting.
Do you know what would be another cool idea? Z crystals that aren't exclusive to specific Pokemon, but are exclusive to like a group of Pokemon. Like for example,
I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, like an egg group could share a certain Z crystal or something. That would be a really cool idea.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah. Or like any Pokemon that learns Draining Kiss can learn like Super Mega Draining Kiss, or can use that Z Crystal attack. Something like that. That'd be really cool. So like at first I thought we'd only get like 18 or 19 Z moves, but probably gonna get like a good 40 or 50. Maybe less.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, exactly. Which seems like cool. It makes them a little bit more interesting.
Yeah. Now we did get more Sun and Moon information than I expected.
Yeah, actually no, we got a lot less than I expected. We only got one new Alola form and some Z moves. I thought we'd get like a couple of new Pokemon at least.
Well, they've been doing so many isolated Pokemon reveals.
Yeah.
That I kind of expected they would they wouldn't reveal a whole lot for this.
Yeah. But like there's more Sun and Moon info coming September 6th. I expected like that type of info to be patched on to the Direct, but I guess not. I guess they didn't really want to talk about Sun and Moon too much in the Direct, and they'd rather have their own thing.
Yeah.
So we've dwelled on Pokemon for 10 minutes. Let's move on to the other stuff in the Direct. Okay, so I'm going to group these next two together. There's the port for Super Mario Maker, which they announced for the 3DS, and the port for Yoshi's Woolly World. What are your impressions on those ports to the 3DS?
Both of these would really be interesting if I did not own a Wii U.
Yeah, exactly. But I think the reason why they're doing it is because we're in a minority that owns the Wii U, so they're porting it to the 3DS, so more people can buy the game. Them porting these two major Wii U games is pretty much them admitting that the Wii U is a lost cause, and we just gotta make these games sell somehow. So that's what it spoke to me.
And I'm surprised they're not doing this with Tropical Freeze.
Well, you know what? I think they might, because they have returns on the 3DS, so I'm assuming Tropical Freeze is on the works to be on the 3DS. It's probably just not ready yet.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
No, I mean, both are good games. I personally preferred Woolly World over Super Mario Maker, but they're both good. They're both good, and I'm glad that more people will be able to enjoy these games.
Yeah, but honestly, Mario Maker being on the 3DS kind of takes away the most fun about it. The most fun of Mario Maker was going online and playing other people's levels. You can't do that in the 3DS version, I don't think. I think it's only you can play people's levels by street passing or local play. So that's kind of making it a lot lamer.
I mean, no, you can, but it's the amount of course it's a lot more restricted.
Yeah. What do you mean it's a lot more restricted?
I believe they said it was you could only play in the recommended courses or something.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So like the 100 Mario challenge won't be. Do you think that'll be in the 3DS version?
Yeah, they announced the 100 Mario challenge.
Right. Because So you can still play online on the 3DS version.
Yeah, looks like it.
Oh yeah, guess that makes sense. Anyway.
You just can't search for courses.
Oh, one more thing. What did you think of the Poochie amiibo? It's really cute.
Yeah, the Poochie amiibo looks really well designed.
Yeah, exactly. It's also a smart idea because it'll get more people to buy the Yoshi's Woolly World 3DS version, because I think does Poochie come with it, or is it sold separately?
I didn't see.
Yeah. Do you think they'll patch the Wii U version to be compatible with the Poochie thing, or it'll only be the 3DS version?
I guess it depends on what the Poochie amiibo does. Do they say?
I think it just
what
unlocks
is?
levels. Yeah, I think it unlocks levels, or like gives you like pups, which will like help you with the game.
I mean, I don't really see why they would. The game's easy enough as it is.
Yeah, but you know. So moving on, Mario Party Star Rush. This actually seems like a really fun Mario Party, which I'm not gonna get because I'm kind of over Mario Parties. But in terms of concept, it seems really fun. I do like how they're incorporating other modes as well besides the board game mode. I do like the idea of them moving around all at the same time.
It doesn't look bad, but I'm not gonna get it. It just doesn't look like something I would enjoy. I guess that's a good way to explain it.
Do you usually like the Mario Party games?
I do. I've played 1 through, I guess it's 10.
Yeah, you played 10?
Yeah.
Why? I hear 10's awful.
It's for reasons.
Anyway, go on.
Yeah, I've played 1 through 10 and a select of the handheld versions, and to me, it just the series fell apart in my eyes after 8.
Yeah, me too, but this seems kind of like a return to form because, like, it's not everyone's traveling on one path. You can go anywhere you want at any time, and you all move at the same time. This is kind of the innovation that Mario Party I felt needed, because I felt, even before 9, where they changed things up completely, I felt the Mario Party games were stagnating. And then I kind of liked 9 because they introduced something new, but at the same time I didn't think it worked. But I think Star Rush seems like the type of direction Mario Party should have gone in. It's innovative, and it seems fun.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be a good game. I just probably won't get it.
Yeah, exactly. Me too, because like I'm kind of over Mario Party in all honesty. One thing I am confused about is they said like for the first time ever you can download an app and then your friends who don't own the game can play if one person has the full copy. But you always could do that in the portable versions. Just you didn't need the app. You could just go to download play and do it.
I don't. But in the other ones, was it the full game or just you could only do certain modes?
No, it was the full game. It's just like only one person had to own the copy, then everyone can do the download play. And the only difference is you didn't need an app.
Well,
that seems a bit weird. I guess they wanted to put a PR spin on the fact that they're introducing an app for it instead of just using download play. I don't know.
Yeah.
So the next thing I want to talk about is the Mi Plaza. See, I actually do really enjoy Street Pass. I don't know if you did. I love how we can now accept 100 players at a time instead of the usual 10. But I think the more I'm reading about this, I think it's only if you pay for Street Pass, so you get the premium version. So that's kind of lame, but I'm not 100% sure about that.
Street Pass was always a hit and miss with me. I never really. I mean, whenever I got a new Street Pass person, I would interact with it. Whenever I got a new Street Pass, I would play around with it, but I never really cared too much about it.
Yeah, true. For me, when I go to conventions, though, like, I always have to constantly be on my 3DS because it only accepts 10 at a time. And then if it accepts more than 10, you don't get the rest. You only get the 10 that you get accepted. So I have to constantly be in my 3DS so I can accept people. But, like, I think now you can accept up to 100. But, again, I think you have to pay for it. I'm not quite sure. I guess I'll just drop my quick thoughts on Hyrule Warriors Legends, even though I don't really play the game. I do like how like Toon Link can friggin' use a train to hit enemies. How cool is that?
That actually looked pretty cool.
Yeah, it did.
What game is the sand one from? I don't.
Spirit Tracks. Spirit Tracks.
Okay.
Yeah, and Toon Zelda I kind of figured that's what she'd do. Toon Zelda's known for like you controlling phantoms because she could do that in Spirit Tracks. She can do that in Smash 4. So I kind of figured that was gonna be her shtick. At least she's not really an inspired character, but at least she has like a creative moveset to make her a bit more interesting for being put in the game. Like she can use phantoms. It's pretty much adding a phantom to the Hyrule Warriors.
What about of these two, Toon Zelda and Toon Link? I guess. What of them actually come from Phantom Hourglass?
Toon Link is from the Wind Waker pack. He just got given a new weapon in the Spirit Tracks DLC. Toon Zelda is from Spirit Tracks.
Okay, because this said the Phantom Hourglass and the Spirit Tracks pack.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be a map or something that's from Phantom Hourglass, but so far it's only really Spirit Tracks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really don't want to talk about it too much, but Ever Oasis did not look bad.
Yeah, Ever Oasis actually looks fun. If there's not like any other games I'm playing at the same time, but I probably will be, I might pick it up because I actually like that type of RPG style, and I like how you can switch out your partners and stuff. That seems really, really cool. Yeah.
I didn't care about Ever Oasis when they first announced it, for whatever reason, but during the Direct, I was actually kind of intrigued by it, and it may be worth picking up.
But yeah, like, Ever Oasis, like, if it gets good reviews and I have enough time, money, and, yeah, no other games I'm playing, I'll definitely pick it up, because it actually seems really, really fun. I'm just, like, this kind of shallow, but the whole art style kind of makes me feel like it's a Street Pass game. And playing a full game that just feels like a Street Pass game won't be my kind of thing. But I usually don't let graphics be the thing to decide me what games I'm getting. So this is definitely going to be on my radar, but I don't know for sure if I'm getting it yet.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, moving on. There's only two more things to talk about, really. The next thing is Mario Sports Superstars, which seems like it has more content than the Mario Tennis game. In fact, I'm pretty sure even the tennis part of the Mario Sports Superstars has more content than the full-fledged tennis Wii U game.
Now I'm interested in this.
Yeah.
Mario Baseball was always one of my favorite Mario sport games. And so I'm glad to see it's making some kind of a return.
Yeah.
And so I'm definitely gonna probably get this game.
Oh, you will?
Yeah.
See, I might consider it if it was on a console, but on a handheld, but still, I guess it's because like they were probably planning for this to be on the Wii U, but then they moved it to the 3DS after how poorly the Wii U did, just like they're moving all of their games to the 3DS.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It has online multiplayer, so that's pretty cool. It has horse racing.
That horse racing looks, that could be fun.
Yeah. I never really thought of horse racing to be a sport.
You would think differently about that if you lived in Kentucky. Trust me.
That's true. I just find it funny that all these other sports have had full-fledged games, but not horse racing. So that's a new thing. Maybe they'll make a horse racing Mario game if this one sells well. I'd buy a Mario horse racing game. Anyway, the last thing here is the stupid Pikmin 3DS game. I find it stupid because they pretty much took Pikmin and made it a generic 2D platformer. I felt like they just wanted to put Pikmin on the 3DS already, but normal Pikmin wouldn't work. So they streamlined it, made it easier, and yay, like 6-year-old kids can play on their 3DS. Seems really boring, nothing that I really want to get, but if people don't like Pikmin but they like platformers and stuff, it might be good for them because they can experience the different Pikmin in like a less like RTS type genre. Like I think you might like it. Yeah.
No, I don't. It really didn't look interesting to me.
Yeah. But
it's just a streamlined Pikmin game.
You know what? It's pretty much exactly what they did with Chibi Robo Zip Flash. Because I think the first Chibi Robo game was completely different. It was more of a 3D adventure game. Then they turned it into a 2D platformer. That's pretty much what they're doing with Pikmin. I guess because they couldn't really put an adventure game on the 3DS. Like, the 3DS mostly belongs to simplified, streamlined games. It looks really uninteresting and dull. I'm worried though because 2 reasons. Do you think? I'm not sure if you knew this, but last year Miyamoto said Pikmin 4 is close to completion. Do you think this is the Pikmin 4 that they were talking about?
I hope not. I really hope not. This would be a kick in the face to all people who like this series.
Yeah, just like Metroid Prime Federation Force. I don't think it's a Pikmin 4, because if it was Pikmin 4, it would be called Pikmin 4. Instead, it's a spin-off, probably. They'll have its own subtitle, like Pikmin Who Cares, or something like that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. The second thing I'm worried about is I expected, because Miyamoto said in 2015 Pikmin 4 is close to completion, but probably there was no sign of it this year because they were moving it to the NX. What I'm worried about is, since this game is coming out next year, I don't think Pikmin 4 will come out next year, because I don't see 2 Pikmin games coming out in 1 year. Or maybe it'll release alongside Pikmin 4. I doubt it, though. Pikmin 4 will probably come out in 2018.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
Yeah. That's a shame. So, I think we went through everything. To sum up my thoughts of the Direct, there's not really anything I'm getting that really drew me in. The only thing I'm getting is Sun and Moon. Because Mario Party looks cool, but I don't want it. As you said, the ports I already really have on the Wii U. Ever Oasis is a possibility. And Dragon Quest, I doubt it. Other than that, there's not really anything I want. All you really want is Mario Sports and Sun and Moon, right?
Yeah, so far the only ones I know I'm gonna be getting is Sun and Moon and Mario Sports Superstars.
Well, thank you for joining me, Chris, on discussion about this Direct. Once again, it was not that great. What do you have to say about it?
I mean, they revealed a lot, and they revealed nothing all at the same time.
Yeah. To be fair, my expectations were really low, and it kind of satisfied that expectation, like of nothing really. Though we did get Pikmin, which is something I didn't expect. It just seems really lame. Don't really want it. I can't wait to see all the salt on the internet over that game. It'll be like Federation Force all over again. So, once again, thank you for joining me, Chris. And later. And thank you guys for listening to another NVG discussion. If you like what you heard and you want to see more content from anything gaming related, you can click one of the boxes here below, the eye in the top right corner, or subscribe for more future content that I have to offer. Later.